just lit this town like a fire in a blaze. Gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Hello, welcome in everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome in if you're new. My name is Tanya, or Titanium Built. This is where we talk all things true crime, including trials, investigations, true crime cases, all the things. So if that is something that you're interested in and you appreciate tonight's case coverage, maybe you'll consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, all the buttons, and becoming a member if you really like the content. That's the best way to support the creator. So thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for sending me that email last night. I meant to thank you, and I meant to thank you again this morning and I forgot. So that was 2 times I forgot. Thank you for sending me that. No, we have no snow so far. I got a little hole I could peek through. We have no snow yet. They say that we're supposed to get a bunch. I've been freaking out. I don't know if y'all been freaking out, but I'm like, we got to get some stuff in this house. So I've been running all over the place today, and now it's Vincent's turn. So and plus he had to pick it up. He had to bring it all up. Hey, Casey. Hey, Jen. I could only handle so much. I was after like the court hearing, and then like trying to find the court hearing was just like, I was frantic. And then after the court hearing, it was just like, oh, that was like 2 seconds. And then I ended up having to go to like a bunch of different places. So I was like, when I got home, I was ready to just hang out for a minute. So let me know if you guys are supposed to get a lot of snow where you are, because, I think we're all supposed to get hit. Hey, Princess. Hey, Lee, how you doing? It's been a little while since I've seen you. It's good to see you. Hey, Gak Attack Mom. You getting some snow? See, It's 2 a.m. there. I've been going live earlier. Hey, Laura. I love when people stay up with us. We had a mod, Isabel. I love her, love her still. She just, had some stuff she had to take care of, and she just, went off the platform for a little bit. But it would be like like between 3 and 5 a.m. her time, and she would be on here every single night. And I'm like, you do not have to do that. Like, I understand. She did it for like a good 2 years. I mean, it was a long time. Hey, TM, welcome in. Hey, Ashley, thanks for your help today. I appreciate it. It was so nice. Just like, Ashley was like the second one down because I don't text anybody. And I was like, boop. And I was like, can you help me? Because I was driving and I, don't want to do that. Hey, Princess. Hey, Nate. Hey, Citizen. Hey, Jackie. Southwest Ohio. Me too. 7 degrees. Yeah. It's freezing. It's freezing. Tomorrow evening. That's what I thought. They were saying like tomorrow at 10 a.m. But then when I checked my phone, there was no snow there. And that was enough to make my boyfriend go, oh, we're not getting it for a while. So I'll get us food later. If we're starving, we'll eat tofu and fish. And I don't like either. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Twinkle. Welcome in. I like your picture. That's really pretty. That's really actually, I like that. I like that it covers like just half the face. I think that's really, I like that a lot. Well, welcome on in, everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Barbara said 4 degrees. No. I am in Ohio. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes. I don't even know what direction, though. Shit. That's so bad, isn't it? I'm like Southwest Ohio. Hey, Heather Mac. No snow yet in the Panhandle? Oh man, I heard Texas is supposed to get hit hard. Ugh. Like all the stores, I've seen people posting and all the stores are empty. Watch, we won't get no snow. It'll just pass over the whole United States. It's raining there though. Ooh, I don't like the rain. CJ. Yeah, CDJ. Like whenever it's freezing outside. Yeah, you can lose power. I even had our light, like I put our lights up, like our power lights. I put them like where they're sitting on the shelf, facing like they're like closer to the edge because they were in a basket. I'm like, not getting me. No, sirree. Thank you, Julian. Thank God taking a break from Crazy World News. Yeah. Hey, Daphne, trying. Hey, Daphne, it's good to see you. Oh, your dog's cute. I love animals. My dogs are being crazy. I'm about 30 minutes from Springfield. I actually, when all that stuff was going on about the people eating the birds or something, what were they eating? They were eating something there. I forget. I think JLR actually went there. I'm like almost positive that he did. Hey, Cat Ride. I saw myself today. Ashley sent me the timestamp. I was like, oh my gosh, I was. And the reason why I want to let everyone know, the reason why my head was down is because I was taking notes. But let me show you my notes. This is actually pretty hilarious because like you can't even read my chicken scratch. I couldn't even read it. I don't even know where I was. I was like in the middle of the notebook too because I was just trying to hurry and take some notes. Now watch, I can't find them. They were literally like, I've only had this notebook for like 4 days. Come on now. Can't be that far back. But it was pretty funny, the notes that I took, because I was trying to write fast because I thought there was going to be a lot of stuff. And another thing is I couldn't hear. You guys actually heard better than I did. So like when we're kind of jumping right in, but right when his lawyer went up there it is. I couldn't hear her. And I'm like, shit, I might need to get one of those like hearing things they give to people like in court. Like I'm not asking the court. I'll get my own, but like one of those little hearing things where you can hear better. Do they make those? Like a hearing aid. I have great hearing though. That's the thing. I have exceptional hearing, but I couldn't hear, like, I couldn't hear her as good as I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? Because she was like facing the other direction, and I was like, stop doing that. But these were my notes. This is as far as I got. I'll read these to you. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I'll have to look over there. I'm always forgetting about my Instagram. I need to start putting stuff over there. Oh, well, thanks, Lee. I appreciate it. It's going to be cold. Make sure everybody stays, nice and warm. Oh, a cool 60 down here in San Diego. That is pretty cold, though. If you're by the water, like when me and Vincent would go, like, well, he's from LA, but like when we go down to the beach, like as soon as the sun sets, it gets pretty chilly because we'd go in like September. It's 46 in South Carolina. Wow, that's pretty good still. 27, no snow. Hey, Kitsy cats. My doctor's appointment called me today for Monday. I'm in Target and I'm like, is this who I think it is? So I answered and they're like, we just want to see like if you wanted to come or not. And I'm like, well, if the roads are good, I'm good. So it's a huge courthouse. And for some reason in my little brain, I was thinking, you're going to walk in and you're going to go right in. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. So I took my car to get it washed beforehand and stuff. So when I'm going up there, I had like 20 minutes to spare. And I'm like, that's not a lot of time. Like, in Tanya time, that is like, I am so late. Like, so I'm just like rushing to get, that's why I was like, Ashley, help me out. And she did too. She tried. Mansfield, I don't know where Mansfield is. I'll look real quick though. Hey, Neil. Oh my God, the homeless man. Yeah. Did y'all see? And I was muted too. So the first half of my video, I didn't even notice there was this little mute thing right there. It just automatically mutes you, I guess. And so it muted me. And this homeless guy, I'm sitting in my car. I've never had him come up and knock on the window. Okay. He comes up to my car and he's seriously like not a little homeless. He is straight homeless. Like he is homeless. And I felt bad for him, but there was like nothing I could do. I had no cash money, but he was like, can I get enough for a bus fare? That's what they always say. Or I ran out of gas. That's a good one that they like to use. Can I get money for my bus fare? And I'm like, I don't have any cash. And I'm like talking to you guys on my live. And I look over, like I'm looking at him, but I probably had the weirdest look on my face. And he was like, well, can you give me a quarter? I said, I don't have a quarter. He's like, can you give me a nickel? I'm like, if I don't have I would give it. If I had it, I would have given it to you, but I just didn't. But that was pretty funny. It was. So basically today I went into, well, I think everyone knows what case we're talking about. I probably don't have to go through all that, but today I'll let you know what happened. What was going on today. So today in Franklin County, the Court of Common Pleas, which is huge. I don't think I got a picture of it, but I got video. They had arraignment for Michael McKee, who is charged with the deaths of Spencer and Monique Tepe out of Columbus, Ohio. I grew up in a town about 45 minutes from Columbus, so we would always go there and like that. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like at home there. Plus I lived there at one point for a few years. So it's kind of like my second home in a way. But I've never been to their courthouse. And for some reason, I thought their courthouse was somewhere else. Like I knew it was on that road, but I thought it was a different building. And so when I walked in, I'm like, oh my goodness, this place is huge. Like when you first walk in, it's nothing but glass and there's like nothing out there. It's like, is this the smoking section? I mean, it looks like, that's what it looks like. It's like concrete floors. I don't know. It's weird. I wanted to take a video so bad that I turned my phone off before I went in, but I saw other people on their phone, but I was like, I am not going to chance it. So I turned my phone off. But then you go in and you go through metal detectors. Of course I beeped every time I go, I beeped. There was like a bunch of people working. So I was like, oh, I'll ask them. So I asked them, I said, hey, I'm just trying to find a hearing. Oh, I said at 4D. I said, where's 4D at in the building, right? And they're like the fourth floor, building D. It goes A, B, C, D, like down. And then there's like TVs out there that'll tell you like who's like kind of like at the hospital when you have surgery. Like it'll tell you who's like going to be in that courtroom. So I went up to 4D and I'm like rushing up there and I'm like, I look at 4D, I try to walk in, I'm like, it's dark in there. And plus it said like no arraignments are held in this building like, or in this like courtroom. And I'm like, well, hell, I'm at the wrong place. So I run all the way back down and I'm like, hey, can you help me like again? And I was like, I'm trying to find where Mike McKee is going to be at. And she pointed me over to the clerk's office. I went in there. This lady was she was so funny. She was so funny. She's sitting there and I'm like, can you tell me where Mike McKee is, which, courtroom? And she was going to type on her, she was getting ready to type on her, like on her computer, but then she just stopped herself and she turns behind her. She's like, hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. She said that like that too. She's like, which courtroom's Mike McKee going to be in? I mean, it was so loud. I'm just standing there and they're like, he'll be in 2B. I'm like, oh, okay. So I found it. So we end up, hey, Tina. Hey, Ember. Welcome in, everybody. So I found it and they hadn't even started yet. Like it was, so this woman walked in front of me and the cop stopped her. And so I stopped, right? And I turned around and walked back out. And I was like, are we not allowed to go in there? Like I asked the lady this and she was like, oh, no, I just needed to be there for a different court hearing. And I'm like, oh, she's like, yeah, because right now they have all those cameras in there. They're doing like a really big court hearing right now. And I'm like, oh, no, that's the one I need to be in. So I went in and I walked in, I told the officer, I was like, I'm just here to, watch this court hearing with Mike McKee. And they were like, oh, okay, he's like, that's fine. Come on in. And just went like this, he was very, very nice. And, hey, Lauren. And so, yeah, he, really, maybe it was a different one than Ashley, because this lady was funny. She was like, I don't know. She sounded so Southern. Like she was funny. She was really funny. I was like, she's like, which one's Mike McKee? And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I was like, I don't mean to bother y'all. Well, then, I went in there and I was like, okay, I wanted to sit on the side with the family on the prosecution side, but in my brain, it wasn't like really computing that, so I just sat down first place that I could find. Like, and that's why I'm like all the way in the back. I was like, I'm not going in the front. I'm not here to be looked at. Like, I just want to sit in the back, with my notebook, because I didn't see anybody else like have any notebooks out or anything like that. So, and, I just like didn't want to be in the way. Like, I don't like to be in the way. So I just sat in the back and that's what I was doing. That's why my head was down. Like, I'm trying to write out notes because I heard them say, like, we're going to call the judge said, we're going to call the jail. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking they're going to call the jail. I'm like, so when he says, I'm going to call the jail, I'm thinking, well, that's going to take a couple minutes for them to get him up from the jail. I thought he was going to be shuffled in today. Usually, and I should have known, because usually arraignments are done over computer or over the WebEx or whatever, because they are so fast. It's a guilty or not guilty, pretty much. You just do a plea and then you're out. So when going in, I even knew it was going to be a short amount of time. I didn't realize it was going to be like 58 seconds. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say it was under a minute. And I was like, we're done. That's it. That's like, I knew it was going to be fast, but I thought at least 5 or 10 minutes. Right. But no. So when I went in, I noticed that the courtroom was pretty full for an arraignment, in my opinion anyway. And I did read that or watch that somewhere else too, or someone else had said that. So it looked like the prosecution side was decently full. So I don't know if that was Monique's family, Spencer's family, a combination. I know that I saw a few guys when I went to the house and they were moving stuff out. I didn't recognize any of those guys there, but or the 4 guys that were walking across the street that had put stuff out. But that doesn't mean that they weren't. They could have been. I just wasn't trying to stare either. So what else? I wrote down that there was cameras to the left, probably 15 cameras. It was kind of overwhelming. seeing that many cameras. Like, I only see one camera, and it's like, I mean, it's a pretty big camera, but it's not like a news station camera, like, where you put them over your shoulder. Haven't seen one of those since Christmas of, like, 2002 or something. So then he came in wearing yellow. Of course, you guys saw him. I said, look like he normally does. Just like no mouth. I think I wrote down, I think he's freaking out. Like, I was looking at his eyes, and although he wasn't saying much, I'm pretty sure he's freaking out a little bit. It was very overwhelming. I was just like, wow, there's a lot of cameras here. This is a big deal. Like, which, I mean, I knew it was a big deal, of course, but like, I didn't expect to see them there. I don't know why I didn't. I really didn't expect to see the news there. I don't know if it's because, like, they didn't put in their, like, they put in their stuff, and I'll show you the document for them to pull cameras. They put that in like last minute. Like, everybody put it in last minute, or the court signed it all, which it was probably the court signed it all last minute, because we could have just been chilling here watching it. But I ain't gonna do that. If I could go up there, I had a good experience of it being like something that's scary for me to do, and I was able to do it. And hopefully, I can go to this trial and I can come back and report the facts to you guys and do it in a professional way, because I know sometimes I'm not the most professional, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Sometimes I giggle when I shouldn't, and I don't mean to. I just, dang it. That's my own trauma. He is creepy. Isn't he, Cat Rod? I think he's creepy. Oh, wow. You've been going to the Devil's Den, Andrew? Oh, yes. How's that going? Yeah, I didn't see I didn't see family. But I don't really know them. Me neither. That's why I'm like, man, that guy now, that's something else, isn't he? So I forgot to show you this last night. This is just his booking photo, into the jail. Aggravated murder. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they listed it like 2 aggravated murders, then a burglary, and then 2 aggravated murders. Like, why didn't we put all the murders together? I mean, maybe because that's the way he was charged, I'm assuming, but it all says, and then it says next court date, which that's today. And they haven't told us anything else yet. So, but basically he appeared, via the jail WebEx with probably, 20 other dudes that were in there for arraignment today. The, his lawyer didn't try to get him bail or bond. She didn't even fight for it, because she's going to want to try to get, I believe, more evidence and see kind of where she's at before she fights for, a bond. And he ain't going to get it. He's just not. But if you're not aware of what he is charged with, I thought we would go through his charges really quick, since it's only a couple pages, and then we'll go over to where he's put in his not guilty plea. And his attorney has actually been on Law and Crime like multiple times. Like, she's been like just a contributor on there, like just a lawyer that knew her stuff, and they would call her and have her come on. I'm like, well, look at that. So this is his record here. Oh, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. If I just made you dizzy, I didn't mean to. But he was indicted for aggravated murder, 2 counts with specifications, aggravated burglary, 1 count with specification, aggravated murder, 2 counts with specifications. Grand jury term beginning January 9th, 2026. So count 1, aggravated murder. The jurors of the grand jury of the state of Ohio, duly selected and paneled, sworn and charged to inquire of crimes and offenses committed within the body of Franklin County in the state of Ohio, upon their oath do find and present that Michael McKee late of said county on or about December 30th, 2025, within the county of Franklin, aforesaid, and it gives a violation of the revised code, did purposely and with prior calculation and design cause the death of Monique Tepe. Then they do the firearm specification for count 1 and for count 2. And it says that, he used a firearm while committing the offense. And then the second one is that he had a firearm that was equipped with a firearm muffler or suppressor under his control while committing the offense. Now, I'm wondering if the silencer was for, there's like 3 options, I feel like. Was the silencer to kill Spencer first and Monique not hear it? Was it for the kids not to hear it? Because I don't really think that could be it. I think that there would have been screaming going on at some point. Or I don't know, the third one would be. So the neighbors didn't hear it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder what in his mind. You think because the neighbors? Yeah. I think it was probably all the above too. But I mean, I think, I don't know. I hate to say it, but do you think that he would commit this crime and just kill Monique after Spencer, right? Like, let's say he kills Spencer first, which in my mind, I think that's probably what he did. But do you think that he would, like, you know what I mean? He's so obsessed with her. So I would feel like he would want to get something out. Like, he'd want to say something to her. It's sad. Hey, Mary. Thank you, Neil. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, Tony. It was sweet of you. Thank you. So then it says here for count 2, aggravated murder. The same thing it's going to say, but it's going to say the death of Spencer. The specifications are going to be the same as well. Suppressor, firearm. Now, I wonder, was it the same suppressor and firearm? Did he have 2? Because they said that they had like multiple weapons. Now, is a suppressor considered a weapon? Like, because that could be 2, like the gun, the suppressor, multiple weapons. But to me, it sounds like they found like more than one gun. To me, that's what it sounds like. But then we've got him for aggravated burglary. And just to let you guys know, with the firearms, they've already, got the shell casings. They had 3 shell casings at the scene. There was 3 9mm shell casings left. They've already matched those shell casings up in Nidbin, their system, to his gun. It's already like the preliminary results have already come back as positive, like for that gun. So they'll do more testing and stuff, but the chief wouldn't have came out and said anything if she wasn't positive on it, in my opinion, anyway. So it says here that the jurors of the grand jury of the state of Idaho, duly selected and panel sworn. Okay, I could go past all that. It says that Michael McKee, by the Ohio Revised Code, did by force, stealth, or deception trespass as defined as in section of the Revised Code in an occupied structure or in a separately secured or separately occupied portion of an occupied structure. Man, that confuses me. When Spencer Tepe or Monique Tepe, a person other than the accomplice, was present with purpose to commit in the structure or in the separately secured or separately occupied portion of the structure any criminal offense, and the offender inflicted physical harm on Spencer Tepe and or Monique Tepe, and the offender had a bodily or a deadly weapon, to wit, a firearm, on or about his person or under his control. That to me sounds like they found them in the garage or like, I don't know. It wouldn't like be that because they would be in bed, I would think, between 3 and 5. That's when they think this happened, 3 and 5. They would be asleep. I don't think she would, even if they took the dog out, let's say, right? He he would have to be so damn lucky that, you know what I mean? Like he's there at the right amount, the right moment, and they're just taking the dog out in the middle of the night. Most people don't do that. They take the dog out in the morning when they wake up, right? You take the dog out before bed, take the dog out when you wake up in the morning. This just sounds weird to me, the way they word this, like the aggravated burglary part. Unless they just do it like that because if he wasn't a separate structure, I mean, it's still considered burglary. I don't know. I need a lawyer for this one. We need a lawyer. And then it says that, that he had the firearm. And then he also had the suppressor or muffler. The next one's aggravated murder again, and it's for Monique. Same thing, specifications, the firearm and the suppressor. And then for, let's see, this might be for all of her. Yeah, no, this should be for, oh yeah, here it is, Spencer. This one's for Spencer. It says, did purposely cause the death of Spencer Tepe while committing and or while fleeing immediately after committing the offense of aggravated burglary. Well, no, I'm going to say that the aggravated burglary was the afterthought. Like, I'm going to say that the murder should be the forefront. The way that that's worded, I don't know. I don't like that. Like, they're like, yeah, he ran after a burglary. Like, that almost sounds like he went in to burglarize the house and something scared him and he shot them. You know what I mean? Like, and then he ran. No, that's not what happened here. He went in there in the stealth of night between 3 and 5 a.m. when they had their 2 babies sleeping, and he murdered them. Point blank, period. No saying a murmur over here or unaliving over here. We're going to tell you how it is over here. That's exactly what he did, allegedly, because we're still, haven't got to even the trial yet. That might be a year or 2 away. He might be cooking in that jail for a while. At least they got a new facility. I'll show you it to you. Also, we're going to visit it. There's a video. Oh, there's always a video of something, I love it. So this is from today. I think was there one other one? No, there wasn't. I don't think. This is for, for Michael. Actually, there was something else I'm going to show you. I thought. Oh, here, I'll show you this first. So this is notice of appearance. So comes now, Diane, I forget how to pronounce her last name. I'll figure it out in a minute when I can use the thing for it to say it to me. But it's like Minishi. That's not right. That's not her last name. I can't. I'll tell you in a minute. This is and hereby enters her appearance as trial counsel for defendant Michael McKee in the above captioned case. So that's all it is there. And let me see if I can. Figure it out before we start. Oh, I hate when it like changes your typing. It's not going to tell me. Okay. trying to see if I could. I'm trying to get the pronunciation. Menashe? Okay, I don't think that's right either, but that's what we're going to roll with. We're rolling with Menashe tonight till I can figure out what her last name is. Oh, goodness, do you hear my dog? Look at my dog. She's got her head on the pillow and everything. Hold on, look at this. I put the blanket on there so that she wouldn't get her hair everywhere. Her head is tilted back and she's on my macaroon pillow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I had to show you guys that. That's hilarious. She's snoring so loud too. If you hear the noise, it's not me. I'm here with you. I'm awake. So this is from the Court of Common Pleas. It just is his plea of not guilty. Now he didn't even sign it. Looks like she did. Probably because he's in jail. I don't know. Give him the paperwork. Let him sign it. But just as defendant in the foregoing action, having discussed the nature of these proceedings with my attorney, hereby knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waive and relinquish my right to reading of the indictment in this arraignment and further waive the 24-hour service on such indictment. Oh, you didn't want them to read the indictment? Why? Because it sounds really bad. I fully understand that under the laws of the state, I have a right to the reading of the indictment. For a plea thereto, I say that I am not guilty as charged. Okay, well, it says nothing here. I further acknowledge and verify that I was arrested on, it doesn't have the day, but, 10th day of January. Further charge, that's upon me in this day of arraigned. I agree that I should be or continue to be released on bail or recognizance that as conditions of that release, I am obligated to keep the court apprised of my address, including the zip code. Even if this was a traffic ticket and they looked back on your criminal history, my guy, they'd say, we're not letting you out on your own recognizance. You run every time. That's what they'd say. I mean, he ran from that. He runs from people. He ran from that process server. He's still running from them. Hey, I know where he's at. I mean, if you need to get something to him. I am further obligated to know the dates of all scheduled appearances and to appear in the court on these dates. Well, you're not going anywhere, so you just hang tight. Thank you, Kelly, for the $10. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. You guys have been so sweet. Yeah, she's a real good attorney. Yeah. She came in wearing like black. She was talking to the prosecutor like they were good friends. And I was like, is that the prosecutor? Because I'm trying to like read the room, right? And I'm like, oh, like they've been in court together before. Like they were just back and forth, but chit-chatting. And then I saw her give someone a hug because I remember I was like, are her nails black? Because I could see her nails like a little bit, right? Like you can't even tell mine are even painted, but I could see them like when she did something. And I was like, is her nails black? I was feeling it. Like I love me a black nail. So I was like, is she? So then when she hugged somebody, I remember seeing her hands like this. Do you know what I mean? Like around somebody. Like right before the proceedings started. And I was like, oh yeah, they're black. I was like, she means business. She means business for sure. Yeah. Lauren, you're right. I wonder how that feels like afterwards for him. I mean, I'm curious. I have a curious mind, like that's a really good point. He literally killed the one thing that he was obsessed with. Like that was what he did with his time, right? He obsessed over Monique and Spencer. So now that he can't do that anymore, I mean, is he going to, I guess he would move on to the murders. I mean, that's a sick man, but he ain't sick, but he he's sick. Now, this was his court proceeding today. It took all of a minute. All of a freaking minute. The Columbus Dispatch is being nice to me today. They're not charging me to view this. Usually, like, if you view anything on there, they're like, give us $1.99. So hopefully they don't do that. Mia, you're
Please.
back.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Stephen Schott, Dan Levitt, Shayla Faber for the state. First case before the court.
Let me see if I can actually, let me blow this up, because I swear he looks scared to me. I don't know. Like, when I was in there, I was looking at his eyes. Like, his little mouth don't really move. So I was looking at, like, trying to look at his eyes, like, to see what he was thinking. Like, is he scared? Is he, does he not give an F? To me, he seemed a little scared, which is, I hope he is. I hope he is. He just, I don't know, just something about him made me think that not that he cares. I think he cares for himself, like he's like, oh shit. No more 3 different houses to run around to, while you're trying to get away from the process server.
Parents, call your first case, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Stephen Schott, Dan Levitt, Shayla Faber for the state. First case before the court, State of Ohio versus Michael McKee. It's 26 CR 253. There are 5 counts. 4 counts of aggravated murder, unclassified felonies, and 1 count of aggravated burglary, felony 1.
Is he biting his lip? Like the inside of it?
Each of these counts come with a 3 and a 6-year firearm specification.
Thank you. Counsel, please make your appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Diane Menashe on behalf of Michael McKee.
Thank you.
Your Honor, with respect to the allegations, we would acknowledge receipt, waive reading, enter not guilty pleas to all counts contained therein. We would also waive bond at this time, although we certainly reserve the right to raise that at a later date. The plea of not guilty form has been executed and signed on behalf of my client. Nothing further.
Thank you, counsel. I've signed the not guilty plea. I'm signing the bond form indicating that bond has been waived. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
57 seconds. That's how long I was in that courtroom. I drove an hour and 15 minutes for 57 seconds, but dang it, I do it again. Man, she is passed out. I'm going to take a picture of her. This dog is no joke. Yeah, I was in the back with a notebook, but they blocked me on this feed, but I was in there. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you can see me. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It looked like he was like doing something with his like mouth. Now his eyes are closed. I don't know. Being that close to even evil, it like allegedly evil, it was too close for my liking. Now he went from living here. So remember, this was his place before. So let's go. Let me go put you back over here so I can go back to number 1. Okay. So he went from here, $400,000 house, apartment. I mean, I would have taken even the ugly heaters and all. I said that the first time we saw this. But we'll flip through here. Do you think this has to be like a bedroom, right? Because nobody would put like mirrors in their living room like this, right? Like, I mean, maybe somebody would. If you would, let me know. I mean, you can see yourself sitting on the couch, binge eating, watching your favorite shows. He's not going to be able to go to the kitchen and just grab himself at anything anymore. Here's one of the bathrooms. I don't understand the bathroom schemes in this place. I don't understand half the stuff in this place, but for $400,000, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This mirror, no. What's this thing up here? That's ugly. All this, get it out. That's what I would say. Get it out of here. Oh my gosh, did you guys notice that the outlets are turned sideways? It's different. This is the other bathroom. I think he has 3. Yeah, he does, because he has the one with no toilet seat. Like, these look pretty outdated. I would say for $400,000, you better update that a little bit. And then here's the toilet with no toilet seat. I mean, you know. And then that's the pool at the top of where he met the neighbor the one time, you know, at the grills. But I mean, it's nice. It would be a great view in the summer. Better view than what I have. I mean, me and Vincent used to visit that beach every year. It's a nice little beach. So his house should be back on the market. That's true. That's true, Ashley. I'd probably pay $400,000 for it, but I'd rip out the bathrooms first thing. And the toilet with no seat, that's got to go. So where was I going to get us at in this video? Because some of it is them just talking. So, and then this is them just building it. So we want to see it after it's built. Okay. So apparently, Columbus, Franklin County, they got a new jail. They used to have a horrible jail, I heard. I had a friend that went to jail one time. It was for something so stupid. I forget. Like drinking underage or something. Like it was something so like, yeah. And his dad was like the president of like Bob Evans. And like, he did not belong in jail. That kid did not. But he said it was the worst experience he ever had. It was like a hole. And they just like threw you in it pretty much. So this place it's a lot nicer. You know, they've got a state-of-the-art jail now for their people. But it's still jail. You can't get away from the cinder blocks and the food. It's jail. So we'll listen to what they have to say. It's only like 10-minute long video, but it'll show us the inside of the jail. It's going to give us a little virtual tour. They even got the drone.
Hi, I'm Franklin County Sheriff Dallas Baldwin, and welcome to the new Franklin County Correctional Facility. We are nearing completion of Phase 1, which encompasses 429,000 square feet and has the capacity to house as many as 867 inmates. We are eager to become fully operational and complete Franklin County's transition to Strategic Inmate Management, or SIM. We'll learn more about that in a moment. But
so it's not even downtown anymore.
As we begin the tour, I want you to remember that every square inch of this facility is the product of meticulous planning and collaboration with one goal in mind, and that is better service to the people of Franklin County.
Hi, I'm Major Chad Thompson, and welcome to Pre-Booking. This space was designed for the safe and efficient reception of arrestees. Pre-booking provides law enforcement with ample space to seat the arrestee and complete paperwork. A dedicated medical team ensures the arrestee is fit to be taken into custody, and a dedicated space for the municipal clerk of courts allows staff to accept payments, assign case numbers, and help the arresting agencies process their paperwork in a safe environment and get back out on the street as quickly as possible. This space is also designed to receive and process those who are suspected of driving under the influence. It includes a room to test a suspect's blood alcohol content and a carefully designed space for drug recognition experts, or DREs, to conduct tests that meet high court standards.
Basically, that's the place you don't want to end up on a Friday, Saturday night, any night.
Arrestees entering the facility begin the process here at reception. This is where Strategic Inmate Management, or SIM, begins. One of the key philosophies of SIM is that people will comply with rules and behave appropriately through positive reinforcement and mutual respect. The booking process is designed to be as stress-free as possible for both inmates and staff. People be directed to sit in these seats and wait for their name to be called. Listening for your name to be called and going up to our counter is not necessarily a linear process. You could be called to be fingerprinted and photographed, and then be told to sit down and wait again. Medical may call you back up to do some follow-up questions. Allows the person to sit, relax. There'll be a bank of phones to use. Most of the time, the first person people call isn't the person that's going to pay their bond. Here, we have space. If it takes you 3 or 4 phone calls, make them. One of the things you've seen in this space are these.
If you're in a holding cell, you could still make as many calls as you want to. You're actually by yourself. This is like an open holding cell. This is like, I mean, do you, okay, okay, first off, this guy right here sitting here, this AI and generated man looks like my brother. I swear to God it does. But you're putting inmates together in one open, like not inmates, but they're coming into the, well, they are coming into the jail for like DUIs. So that means a lot of people are drunk. They may have mental health problems as is, and they're drunk. And you're going to want them to sit in these chairs like for hours on end, and then maybe come back and get finger. Oh, I bet there's fights. I want to see this on lockdown. I want to see this place. I don't know if that show's still on, but
windows.
But I mean, yeah, you can call anybody right here on the phones. You got the phones there. That's pretty convenient. Unless they take your cell phone, and then you don't have anybody's phone number.
This leads out to an atrium that brings a lot of natural light into this space. Natural light helps reduce stress. We have staff that walk into this space every day for 25 years. And so we want to make sure that while we are doing things for the arrestees, we're also taking care of our staff. We've shown you a lot of.
Okay, then the arrestees don't look out the window. Don't look out the window, only the employees.
Spaces that have been purposely designed to limit or lower the stress on the people who come to jail and to provide the greatest opportunity for compliance. But we know that not everybody who comes to jail will be compliant. We have single cells for them. However, those inmates are the exception. We know that 75% of the people who come to jail leave within 72 hours. Those people are Hannibal Lecter. They generally follow rules, and for whatever reason, they're here. If we treat them with respect, knowing that today's inmate is tomorrow's neighbor, well, I want good neighbors.
Away from them.
Let's take that research one step further. Studies show a woman's path to incarceration is vastly different from a man's. Here in Franklin County, we've made a sincere effort to be trauma-informed and gender responsive. This space reflects that. A woman's path to incarceration typically involves sexual abuse, physical abuse. We have designed this space that is out of the view of the general reception area, provides a little bit of privacy where our staff can walk them through the intake process in as calm and respectful way as possible.
But wait, shouldn't that be for everybody? Shouldn't that be for everybody? Like, so what do the other people get? They get searched out in the middle where all the chairs are? I'm confused on that one. I mean, if I ever go to jail, I'm going to say, take me to the spa. And if they're like, what spa? I'm going to be like, and not the delicing bath either. I want the spa treatment. Franklin, Ohio's got it.
Once the reception process is complete, the inmate will either pay their bond and be released, or they'll be with us through arraignment. That will happen in one of our orientation housing units, where Lieutenant Thad Lookable is waiting to show us around.
Oh, that's when you go to jail. If you can't pay your bond, when they ask you to. Now, I'm assuming, I don't know how this one works. Okay, normally jail, when you go into jail, they take all your belongings, you don't have anything, so where you can't pay. Someone has to come and bail you out. Like, you wouldn't be able to pay your own bond. But in this jail, it maybe appears like you can. Like, you can just go ahead and get searched and the ticket and all that, and, the breathalyzer and all of that. And then you could pay your bond and then come back for, your arraignment. Okay. They call this orientation.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Thad Lookable, and we're currently standing in one of 3 orientation housing units. The new facility includes 2 113-bed units for our males and one 71-bed unit for our females. The assessment
This better be for the officers, these computers right here. I will blow a gasket.
completed in reception will determine whether the inmate is assigned to a multi-bed cell or a single cell. Each inmate is provided a short orientation by uniformed
Sorry.
staff, providing general information, a layout of the unit, and set behavioral expectations. I will share some of the unique design features located within the housing unit. As you can see, the abundance of natural light continues throughout the facility.
What do they get, $1 for every time they say natural light? I've never heard of a facility. We've looked up a couple jail facilities before. I've never heard them talking about, I've never heard one talk about natural sunlight. I mean, maybe it does help. It probably does help. A little vitamin D, but did they earn it?
Space is designed specifically for medical and mental health professionals. Here is where they'll complete treatments, assessments, and physicals. This is a perfect example of how we bring services to the inmate rather than having to move the inmate throughout the facility. There is also space designed specifically for video arraignment. Following arraignment, inmates will meet with one of our classification specialists where they will receive a more comprehensive risk and needs assessment before being placed into general population housing.
Okay, so did you hear that part? Because that's what they said after arraignment. So
Following arraignment, inmates will meet with one of our classification specialists where they will receive a more comprehensive risk and needs assessment before being placed into general population housing. That's where Chief Deputy Jeff Stobart is waiting for us.
Hi, I'm Chief Deputy Jeff Stobart, and welcome to one of our general population housing units. This unit is designed as a direct supervision housing unit using strategic inmate management as our operational
the chairs are yellow, just like the sun, the natural light.
philosophy. Sheriff Dallas Baldwin and the Franklin County Commissioners partnered with the National Institute of Corrections to embrace that curriculum. Because of that, we are confident that we will create a better environment for the inmates and staff. The expectation is that 95% of the folks who come through the doors of this facility are going to do exactly what we ask them to do. For that small percentage of high-risk inmates who may engage in disruptive or violent behavior, the center is equipped with prefabricated steel single cells located in our special housing unit. I'll show you.
Did you see them? Wow. They just put those houses right in.
You some of the unique features, including this rec space built directly into the housing unit. Deputies will have the option of opening these roll-up doors when the weather is appropriate and allow natural fresh air to come into the building. What you can see is a ton of natural light. And that's one of the things that we wanted to focus on as part of this construction. Another unique feature is this netting
Do they never go outside?
that surrounds the mezzanine level of the housing units. It's basically baseball netting. And
Right.
when you look at it, it looks like it's there for your safety and not a cage. One of the other advantages to this netting is very much like a baseball game. When you watch a baseball game, many times you're watching a baseball game through the netting on video. We have a lot of video cameras. There's a lot of surveillance in this space. And what we found is this works really well with our camera system. We are very aware that many of the folks that are coming through the doors of our facility are suffering from either some type of mental health issue or
He just said this wasn't for that.
drug or alcohol issue. That is why the design of the facility
He
includes
just said it wasn't for their protection, didn't he?
dedicated space for a mental health and medical unit. Inmates diagnosed with serious medical needs or struggling with mental health crisis will receive the specialized care they need. The goal is to ultimately transition those inmates to a general population housing units when possible.
Now I wonder, how did they get him to that goal, right? Because what if this person on the outside of jail, right? What if they have some real bad mental health? They got some mental health stuff going on, right? And let's say they're prescribed Xanax. Well, you don't get that in jail. So how's that? I mean, mentally, what are they doing, I guess, to help the patient? Because I know they give you some visceral, and that'll just make you madder than anything. Just might as well just not take nothing, I've heard. Had a few friends in jail. Don't judge me.
The new corrections center is also home to a detoxification unit where medical staff is embedded with the inmates. The space
Ooh.
includes nearly 36 beds for inmates trying to
Well, that looks comfortable as you're withdrawing.
overcome drug or alcohol addiction. The design includes additional restroom facilities and showers. Our goal is to provide the inmates with treatment and counseling, connect them to resources and services in the community when they leave our facility, and hopefully reduce recidivism. We really took into consideration staff well-being as part of the design of this facility. Chief Deputy Penny Perry Ballinier will now show you some of those design elements.
I am Chief Deputy Penny Perry Ballinier. I'm standing here today in one of our locker room facilities. As you can see, there's ample space for the employees to store their gear, personal property, and their uniforms. Employees will need that extra space if they want to take advantage of the more than 2,700 square foot state of the
Don't they consider gear like drugs in jail? I'm just saying. They do.
art wellness center. The design provides an opportunity for employees to enhance their well-being regardless of where they are on their fitness journey. A dedicated staff dining area will give employees a chance to reset and enjoy some fresh air in a courtyard space inside the security perimeter. These designs are evidence that the health and well-being of our staff is a top priority.
Okay, if I was staff there, I would say get me a bed. I want a bed. I don't want a state-of-the-art gym that has 2 treadmills and an elliptical and a Stairmaster in it. I want a bed. Like on the airlines, they give you a bed.
Both staff and inmates will be served by the facility's sleek commercial kitchen that includes not 1, but 2 walk-in refrigerators.
Sheesh.
There is enough space and equipment for staff to produce 9,000 meals every day. There's one area in the new Franklin County Correctional Facility that we consider the heart of the facility. That is central control. We have asked Deputy Corey Oakley to show you around.
Hi, I'm Sheriff's Deputy Corey Oakley. The collaborators on this project wanted to build a progressive, state-of-the-art control center for our new facility. We toured controlled centers all over the country and couldn't find one that checked all the boxes. Today, I will show you some of the design elements that make this space unique. Central control includes 6 stations. 2 of these stations have the capability to be used as backup for our patrol bureau in an emergency situation. Let me draw your attention to the video wall, which contains 18 cinemassive screens, the same kind that they use at NASA. In addition to monitoring an undisclosed number of surveillance cameras, deputies assigned to this space will monitor emergency power, fire emergencies, elevator control, and access to and throughout the facility. The control center has stadium-tiered seating. It was intentionally designed to provide unobstructed views of the video wall. The design also provides for the staff's comfort. Console desks are designed to be raised and lowered if a deputy chooses to sit or stand, and each console is equipped with individual heat and air conditioning. The control center really is the
I want to work there.
heart of our facility. Once it's safe, we encourage you to come and visit, get an up-close and personal view of our unique space, and
we're
take
good.
some of our ideas home with you.
We're cool. We don't want it. We don't want an up close and personal experience. I'm good. But I mean, air conditioning and heat, that's fancy. And they need that though. I agree. They deserve everything that they have put into that system and into that center. But wow, I mean, there should be more jails like that in Ohio because there's not. My brother used to work for it was a bad one, a prison. It was in Lucasville, and my brother's the sweetest. He's the kindest man ever. Like he really is so kind. And I remember him telling me that he would have to tell the inmates, like the inmates would try to steal his pens and stuff. And like, he's like, they can fashion that into weapons. He's like, so I'd have to be like, oh, come on, man. You know, my boss always counts my damn pens when I come back. Like he would make an excuse, like play it off like it was his boss's fault or something. But like, it wasn't. It was, he just really needed his pen back. But it was pretty funny, My brother just did not belong working in a prison. It just, I don't know, it just didn't fit him. But I heard earlier somewhere that they thought that in Ohio that a judge had to set bond for every defendant. Absolutely not. They can be reprimanded without bail for serious cases like this one here. Now, he may get a bail. It's probably going to be more millions than he'll ever see in his lifetime, but they might give him one. I know Chad Doberman, he got a bail. What was it, 30 million or something? His bail was something. It was the highest bail that's ever been in Ohio history. Let me see if I can find it. Bail. We should go back and just cover that case because it still pisses me off. $20 million bail, yeah. Now, let's just see if there's anything that comes up about him. June, no, that's 2023. Nope. Well, he was booked into an Ohio prison. We saw that, though, I think. I wonder which prison he's in. I hope he's doing shitty. Let me go back. What was that? Oh, never mind. What the? Wow. Someone, who is this? Oh, it's the Ross County Sheriff's Office. Boom, we all mess with them. That's where I'm from. And I'm telling you, everyone's bad. Everyone's bad. Everyone is bad. There's people not listed, I know. And this is an actual court document. Wow. I know that person too. Charged with compelling prostitution and attempted unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. Okay, there's 6 names and I knew 2. That's pretty bad. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I went to go to Facebook to see about the Tepe case, not this. I just thought that was something for this. And the person, oh my gosh, the person that did this was like this kid that I went to school with, and he was so smart. I used to copy off him. He was a couple years younger than me too, which was even better. He got up a couple grades, and I was like, I'm copying off of you. Oh my goodness. Damn, that's awesome though. I mean, they're protecting kids and stuff, so get them. Get them. Oh, what I forgot to tell you guys, this is hilarious. Hilarious before we'll save this for the last thing. So, oh no, I was just reading them all. I was just reading the names. I didn't mean to even do that. I meant to go over to see what was going on with the Tepe case, but I didn't even get that far. I don't think there's anything else. Let me go back. Now my dog wants back in. Okay, nothing there. No, nothing there. Nothing that I haven't told you guys over on Facebook, other than shit's popping off where I'm from. But that's fine. Hey, so since I have you guys here, let's go ahead and let's give out our last bit of memberships for the month. Do you want to? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so I just sent out 5 memberships. If you usually if you're in the chat or you're a frequent watcher, you'll get them. But it's the Pretend Judge got it, Whit Miller, Nicole, Brandy, and Tadded got a membership. Welcome in, everybody. I have to look at it over here. So welcome in. But there's no new court hearing for Michael yet. We don't know what's going on. So basically, I have some notes I wrote. to tell you what was going on. Okay, so basically what's going to happen next is they're going to go through discovery and the evidence. They're going to exchange. So basically the prosecution is going to have to give over their, the evidence and discovery that they have over to the defense, let the defense give them time to look over it. So they'll exchange like forensic details, surveillance footage, witness statements, all the cameras in the area. They'll give all that stuff to them. They will, they're going to do motions. So that's when we'll get a court hearing, when they start doing motions back and forth. And then of course there'll always be potential plea talks. They might try to negotiate one early because they know that those shell casings belong to his gun, and that does not look good. The defense might try to like say, if he pleads guilty to one murder, can we not do the other murder? I don't think that that's what they would do, because the prosecution would say, hell no. But the defense might try to do something like that. You never know. That's what they're there for, right? They're there to make sure that their client is satisfied. So the last thing I wanted to tell you guys, which was, I thought super freaking hilarious. Apparently 2 people, and you're welcome, pretend judge, 2 people came into that courthouse and they said they were content creators today. I don't know who was in there that was a content creator. I didn't recognize anybody. And I thought for sure Lana would go. Like, she lives in Columbus. Like, that's not a secret. Like, that's on court papers. So like 30, she's trying to sue everyone and their brother. So I was like, why wouldn't she go down the road to go to it? But I don't know. But I really am glad that I went, because it's a step in the direction that I want the channel to be able to go into, so maybe Tiki Talkers. She was there, Jackie. I didn't see her. Was she in disguise? I must have seriously just been blinded by everybody, because I didn't see her. She must not have saw me. Or I just walked out fast. I did. I walked out fast. She was with Bella. Oh, so I bet you it was them that said, I don't know. I can just picture that. No, I don't even want people to know. Like, really, I mean, they can know later if they want to, but I don't want them to think that I'm in there for content. I really want to go to see this trial. I really am interested in this case. I've always been interested in true crime. Just my thing. It's just been my thing since I was a little kid. I told you I used to sneak home. I used to stay at home from school so I could watch Unsolved Mysteries. My mom used to hate getting me up for school. She used to hate it. Like, my mom was a saint on this earth. She really was. I love her so much. She would come in, and after, months, years of me going, I don't want to go, Mom. She's like, I ain't even messing with you today. So then I did homeschooling. Really, Jackie? Well, let me know. So we can all like meet up or something. Because I hear there's like a few different people that are like, if you're in the area, let us know. And if you're not crazy, don't be crazy or nothing. We'll all meet up downtown somewhere in public, so everyone's safe. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in public. The homeless man, I thought he was going to come and get in my car today. My door was unlocked, and I was like, I'm just going to lock my door. And like, I did it with somebody standing right there. I was like, I don't care. I didn't care. But yeah, I'm glad that I went. And I saw someone said they're proud of me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because usually I used to be an extrovert. I am an extrovert still. I can't say I used to be, but I'm more introverted now. Like, and so for me to do this all on my own and not have Vincent like there, which he's way more introverted than I am, but I normally just push him to the front. It was, it was good. So now I know exactly where to go. I know the courthouse. I wanted to set out in front of the courthouse today and like do a live there, but I forgot my microphone. And I was like, man. And then I was like, I should just go to the car, because then I was kind of nervous because I got such a good spot. I got a parking lot right in front of right on the other side of the street from the courthouse. Like, I don't know how I got that parking. I was just like, I needed it. Former extrovert here too. See, Jackie will be great. Hello from Pullman. Hello, Espresso Eyes. I can try to get a press pass. I think that in order to get one, you have, like, I was looking into it a long time ago. And I think the only thing I don't have would be like somebody needs to write about me or something, not like bad or anything. Just like someone needs to like, I don't know. I read something like they need to, like, you need to be like public, like in some sort of publication. So I just need someone to do that. So anybody that, is writing a book, put me in there in a good way. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm an extrovert, introvert too. Tina, I really am. The older I get, the more introverted I get. I'm my mother. I am seriously my mother. Like when I look at myself even, I'm like, hot damn. I am my mother's child. I used to think that I looked like my father, but no. They'll think that you should be president. Ashley, you would too. I'll have to look into it. I will, because it would be nice to have that. That way, you can just say like, here, I have my pass. I could be here. I'm not like going to be putting cameras in people's faces. I would never do that. I would never, ever do that. Yeah, I'm my father's daughter and my attitude. When I get hangry. No, you're not, Jackie. Yeah, I became an introvert. I used to be so extroverted, like it was like ungodly. Like I still would chit chat with anybody, so I can't say I don't do that. But like I don't know, I was always putting myself out there more. I used to promote bars in my 20s. I could never do that now, not because I'm 40, but because like I ain't got that like in me. No one's famous. I don't think so. Maybe. I'm going to call Chase Carter infamous now. This guy that was just freaking went hard on everybody in Chillicothe. I think he's the new prosecutor. And I used to cheat off that kid. Let me see. Is that what he does now? Because I should tell him thanks for letting me cheat off you. Well, no, he lives in another town, but he could still be. Work. Yeah, he works at the Ross County Prosecutor's Office. Yeah, and he was a former intern, so I think he is. Yeah. Well, look at that. I'm gonna have to come on here and do like a story time or something about the town I'm from, because it really is. It's been crazy. I'm more extroverted, I would say, when I'm around people. Like you know what I mean? Like they make me come out of my shell. But like at first, sometimes I could be a little quiet for like the first 5 minutes, or until I learn how to talk. That's what my friends tell me. Assholes. My mom, everyone used to say, me and my brother, we look just like our mom. We don't look like our fathers. And we're like, what are you talking about? Because our mom has blonde hair, blue eyes, light complected. My brother and I are more of like just a little darker, not like dark, but not pale. And then dark hair, dark eyes. And I'm like, I don't look nothing like my mom. I think it was yesterday. I was doing a video, and I about dropped the phone. And don't do the old filter on the Snapchat. You'll look just like your parent. Oh, thanks, Tracy. I appreciate that. I love that sweater too. It was nice and warm. I was like, I'm wearing something warm. I was like, just in case, you never know. Right, Ashley? Yeah, me too. I'm like, when I was in my 20s, I could do it all. But now I'm like, no, I'll just stay home, with the dogs. The dog's now laying over the Oh, you're so cute. Are you upset with me too because your bed's drying? Yeah. Did it change after my accident? Yeah, it did. But I think it's because I've lived so far away from people. Like I moved like 40 minutes away from everybody. So like no one, I mean, I was like a shut in with my mom for a long time because I was trying to help her deal with everything. And she was trying to help get me better. I mean, I was in a wheelchair for 6 months, 6 months. And that's a long time for somebody. I mean, it's not forever. So I can't say like that was, but it's a lot to be in a wheelchair. You have to transfer, and just to go to the damn bathroom, you got to, transfer, like do certain movements. I mean, it was just, a hassle. So I think that, yeah, that's probably when I probably did become a little more introverted, but in a good way though, like, I think before I speak, hey, awesome girl. I definitely think before, like, I speak more sometimes, not on lives. Whatever comes out of my mouth on a live, it's just coming out. It's just coming out. But I appreciate you guys all being here tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys sending super chats, just liking the video, sharing the video out, doing all those things. I will be back for his next court hearing, whenever that is. We'll figure that out. Did something come out? No. I thought something might have came out with Idaho, but I don't think so. But I think we're going to cover. I'm trying to think of what case we should cover tomorrow. Like, I don't know. There's a few. I didn't, Amy. I didn't, and I didn't have anybody comment. I haven't went back through and looked at them. I have them up. I'm half tempted to go back through and look at them because these photos were supposed to have no victims in them at all. Like, these are the reason why there's black marks, like the black boxes, is because of the copious amounts of blood. And so, like the bed where Ethan was on, right? Xana's bed. If you saw the crime scene photos, the first batch that came out that just barely covered Ethan, you could see his legs were hanging off the bed. But in these new sets of photos, that black dot is right on the bed. Like, it's so we would have been able to see his legs, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't have covered his legs. So there's no victims in the photos. I don't know. I think that there are so many people on that are doing Idaho 4 that are just in it for they're in it to keep it going. And this is why. If they have to learn a new case, they won't be able to. They won't get the numbers that they do with Idaho. So they keep this bullshit game going. And I can name creator after creator after creator. I can only name one creator, and that's Drunk Turkey, that thinks Brian's guilty. That off the top of my head. I mean, that's the only one I can think of. Me and him. Oh, okay. I know what picture you're talking about, but no, you can't see anything in the bag. Oh, that might take me a while to find. Because I remember pointing it out and asking you guys if that was, that's so crazy that, because I was one of the first people to post these pictures. I asked if that was a body bag because I thought I hadn't seen anything look like that in the whole house. I might not be able to like find it because I'm like scrolling kind of quick, but I can't remember if it was like in the upper part or the lower part of the pictures. Where Let's see if we can find it real quick. If not, I'll go through them again and I'll look. Because I looked at them before I showed them. Okay. It's got to be somewhere. Because it's like half of the picture is blacked out or something, I think. Like it's a weird picture. Have these pictures been? I don't think so. Oh, this is Maddie's room. I thought it was in here like twice. Okay, I have to look through them. Trying to see if it was at the end, but I can't remember exactly where the photo was. This is just Bethany's room. I don't know if it's like at the bottom of this. It might be. No, it's not. I'll have to look through them and find it. And that way I can tell you guys for sure. You know what I mean? Like I know that I didn't see anything and I looked at it a couple times. And I would think that I would have seen it. I know in this case, a lot of things get messed with though. Like, I'm kind of surprised they put that photo in there, even with the body bag, right? Like, it's obviously somebody's in there, probably. There's just so many pictures to go through. I'm going back up one more time just to see. But if I don't, then I'll scroll through them later. I know it's like... It was that. Oh, that was inside of a bag. Oh, damn it. I wanted to find it, but I'll have to look through them. Whenever I have some time. So he is super tall, but I didn't really get to see him in person. He was on WebEx. But yeah, so to let you guys know everything kind of happened today. He was in there for about less than a minute. He did not speak. He stood silent, just like Brian Koberger. Makes you want to rip his little lips right off his face. His attorney spoke for him, entered a not guilty plea, signed it on his behalf, and then he left. And I was just like, oh my gosh, oh, you can help. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, just send me a copy. Yeah. Oh, it's her hair. That's so sad. Thank you guys. I'm so sorry I wasn't looking over there. And I saw someone send a super chat too. Thanks, Jillian. Or was it Jillian? Oh, it's Gravy. Well, thanks, Jillian, again. And thank you, Gravy. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. I saw that in the chat and I meant to say something. I was on that, like I was like going up and down. So yeah, no, I believe you, Casey. I believe you. That's really sad because I didn't want any of the victims on my page. Now I feel really bad. Because I didn't put the first set out, you know what I mean? Now, how did that picture end up in this batch? Because there were supposed to be no victims. They said that they weren't going to, now they said, they did tell us, they warned us that the blood spatter and stuff of that nature was going to be shown, that they weren't going to be able to cover up all of it. But the big portions of it, they were going to redact it out. And that's what they were doing, the beds and stuff like that, and the floor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, he has a female prosecutor, and there's a female, his attorney is female. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's just so sad. That's really sad. I even have my Google Mail on my computer. I do. That's her hair? Oh, that's where they're saying she was at? Well, I have a picture of the... Okay. I'll have to look back on that one. Because I was thinking there is a picture of like a body bag. But it like you can't see anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I was like... Yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, man. I can see it now. The second picture that you sent me was good. The forget who sent the second one, but it's like brighter. Fuck. You can see the slits in her. Sorry. You can see in her sweatshirt the knife marks. Oh my God, Xana. Like you can see, yeah, like a little of her ear and stuff and her like right here, but her hair's kind of covering it. But when you look at the elbow, you can see the rips, like because he was stabbing her. And oh my goodness. So, wow. Because when I presented the photos, you guys saw me. I didn't present them as, I know a lot of creators were putting them up and going and dissecting them. I didn't want them dissected. That's why I said these are for educational use. And you know what I mean? I kept saying that over and over again. I had my banner going because I was just like, this is a lot to do, like to see. But I probably scrolled right past this picture. Probably didn't even, I know I didn't stay on the photo. Do you know what I mean? Like probably just scrolled right by and not even realizing it because there was a lot of pictures that were the same, you know, like they were the same, like blood spatter on the wall. So I would just scroll like kind of quick past them because I'm like, we don't need to see this 15 times. that needs to, someone needs, they're not there anymore? Okay. I know I got a Google Drive right now with all the pics. It's up right now, 2,790. Wow. That's insane. That's so sad. I wouldn't have been able to probably handle a trial if they had one for this case. For the, I couldn't imagine being the parents. Can you imagine Jeffrey Kernodle right now and Kara and Jasmine? I hope that this doesn't, I hope they don't see this. I hope they don't see it. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to like private my video or something. Oh my God. I'm about to look through my video and see if you can see it. That's so sad. That pisses me off even more about Brian Koberger and them little Brian Probergers and all them people. What did they say? Those people probably saw this picture. What did they say about it? I don't even know what people can say about that kind of stuff. It's just crazy to me. And welcome in everybody. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent now. Well, my dog's trying to break back in. She's out there Chewbacca-ing and up. She sounds like Chewbacca. She really does. That's so sad. It's like I can't not look at it. He's a dirty, sick son of a bitch, and I'm glad that he's in jail. And I hope your coaxial cord never gets fixed, Koberger. I hope it's still out. I hope that whole part of the wing never has coaxial cables ever again. And you don't get no internet and TV time. I hope so. I hope it. I hope they send you to general population. That's what I hope, Brian Koberger. I pray that every night when I go to bed, I'm going to start praying that you go into general population. Because, according to everybody, and probably Peru too, you are not going to be doing well when you go into general population. So, and yeah, anybody has a problem with me saying that can invite them to live with you. I don't know. But thank you guys for being here tonight. Yeah. Well, no, you probably just saw what I just didn't see. Do you know what I mean? Like I just didn't see it. And I'm not good at seeing things like that. Some stuff I have like a really good memory. Like if you could play a memory card game with me, I'm good at that. But if you're telling me to like spot the different images, if there's 9 of them, I could probably get 5 of them. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not all like good at that kind of stuff. So yeah, his mother and father. Lucky sick son of a bitch that you have your mom and dad still. Well, I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to go get my dog because she's out there being crazy. And this one's just sleeping. She just likes that macaroon pillow. She's happy as could be. Well, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I will be back on tomorrow. I keep saying I'm going to go on my second channel, but I do need to go over there because I need to give out my memberships and stuff because we could do that every month and I don't even think about it. Because I do want to go over there and just, hang out. I wanted to show you guys some of the products that I use, some of the products that I'm not going to use any longer and like all that stuff because I want to get rid of like my empties. And there was something else I was going to do. I was going to show some stuff maybe from my shop just to show you guys like kind of like what I sell and what it looks like. So, but I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully it doesn't start snowing where you are yet. Hopefully, and if it does, hopefully you got your food, your drinks, generators, blankets, candles, all those things. Just make sure you got everything ready for the storm that we're about to get. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm ready for the snow, I guess you could say. My hair standing straight up. Look at me. Look at me looking all crazy. But thank you guys so much for being here. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night and be safe. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like